What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'll be doing my 2024 NASCAR Cup Series playoff predictions. I'm going to go through all 16 drivers who I think will make the postseason, and I'll then tell you drivers who I think will not make the postseason and why I don't think they'll make the postseason this year. So anyways, let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. The first driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is the driver of the 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle Larson. I think Kyle Larson is going to be the guy to beat in 2024. He won 4 races last year in 2023, and I think that momentum is going to carry in 2024. He's going to win the most races, in my opinion, and will have a great year and be the first guy who will make it in 2024. The second driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is the driver of the 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Chase Elliott. I think Chase Elliott's going to have a really big bounce back year in 2024. Look, Chase Elliott did have a bad year last year in 2023, but I think the 9 team still had some pretty good pace throughout 2023 that will carry in the 2024, make him able to get in. The third driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is the driver of the 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, even though he did have the shoulder surgery, and I think that could affect him in 2024, I still think Denny Hamlin's going to have a pretty easy route to get in 2024. I think he's going to win multiple races, get multiple victories, and be able to make it in the 2024 Cup Series season. The fourth driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is the driver of the 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports, William Byron. Look, William Byron had a breakout year in 2023, scoring 6 victories. And while I don't think he's going to win as many races in 2024 as he did in 2023, I still think he's going to have a very solid year and easily make the postseason. The fifth driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is the driver of the 22 car for Team Penske, Joey Logano. Joey Logano had a bad year in 2023, there's no doubt about it. But I think with it being an even year, we always know that Joey Logano not only makes the playoffs every year when it's an even year, but also always makes the championship 4. So not only do I have Joey Logano winning a couple races and making the postseason, but I think he'll easily as well be able to make it to the championship 4. The sixth driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is a driver of the 12th car for Team Penske, Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney's coming off of winning the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series Championship, and while I think Ryan Blaney won't win as many races as he did in 2023, I still think he's going to be more consistent and be a pretty easy lock to make the Cup Series playoffs in the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series season. The 7th driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is a driver of the 1 car for Trackhouse Racing, Ross Chastain. I think Ross Chastain is going to be another easy lock like he has been the last couple of years. Ross Chastain had a very, very solid year in 2023, scoring 2 victories, and has a lot of momentum from the end of 2023, where I think that'll lead to him being a championship threat contender throughout 2024. The 8th driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is the driver of the 8 car for Richard Childress Racing, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch had a really good start to 2023, scoring 3 victories, but after the first half, Kyle Busch had a pretty big fall-off. But I think Kyle Busch will make it in 2024 pretty easily with more consistency, but I think he'll have less wins in 2024 than he did in 2023. I still think he's going to be an easy lock to make it in 2024. The 9th driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is a driver of the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell had a great year in 2023, scoring 2 victories and making it to the championship 4. I think Christopher Bell is going to win around the same amount of races he did in 2023. I don't think he's going to be a championship threat all season, but I think he'll be a really solid pick to easily, for sure, make the postseason in 2024. The 10th driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is a driver of the 45 car for 2311 Racing, Tyler Reddick. While Tyler Reddick was very inconsistent in 2023, though a lot of the issues that the team had were really not Tyler Reddick's fault, I still think Tyler Reddick's going to win a couple races in the regular season to get him in. I look at tracks like Sonoma, some of the road courses. I also look at him being an okay super speed racer, though he's absolutely not the greatest. But still, I think he for sure will make the postseason in 2024. The 11th driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is a driver of the 6th car for RFK Racing, Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski had a really solid year in 2023. He had very similar numbers to what he did in 2021 in his last year with Team Penske. I think Brad is going to get his first Cup Series win in nearly 3 years, and I think Brad Keselowski and the 6th team are building a lot of momentum toward 2024 and toward the future as well, where Brad will be able to make it. The 12th driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is a driver of the 17 car for RFK Racing, Chris Buescher. Chris Buescher had a breakout year in 2023, where he was able to win 3 victories and make it to the round of 8. While I don't think Chris Buescher is going to win as many races in 2024 as he did in 2023, I still think he's going to be pretty consistent throughout the year and be an outside championship threat and contender in 2024. A 13th driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is a driver of the 23 car for 23XI Racing, Bubba Wallace. I think Bubba Wallace is kind of borderline in getting in, but I think he's going to win multiple races throughout the 2024 season, and I think he's also going to be in the top 10 and 15 points in the regular season all year long. I think he's going to be a threat at many different types of tracks. We know he's good at Kansas. That's a track where I think he could easily break and get some victories in 2024. The 14th driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is the driver of the 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs, I think, is going to be a pretty easy lock compared to 2023. He had a really good rookie season, showed a lot of improvement throughout the 2023 season, and I think that will lead to him getting his first career victory at a track like Pocono and being able to be an outside championship contender. While I don't think he'll probably make it farther than the round of 12, I think Ty Gibbs will for sure get a win and make the postseason in 2024. The 15th driver I have making the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is a driver of the 48 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Alex Bowman. I think Alex Bowman's going to have a bounce-back season. While he won't be as good as he was in 2021 or for the first half of 2022 or the start of 2023, I still think Alex Bowman is going to be able to win a race. I think that he'll be a top 15 in the standings most of the year on points, and I think he'll be able to collect some playoff wins, maybe some stage wins to help him out throughout 2024 and be able to get into the Cup Series playoffs. And the 16th and final driver that I think will make the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024 is a driver of the 43 car for Legacy Motor Club, Eric Jones. Eric Jones, in my opinion, is the biggest sleeper pick going into 2024, but a reason I have him over someone we'll talk about here in just a little bit is because, one, Legacy Motor Club is going to be getting massive support from Toyota, and Eric Jones, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated drivers in the NASCAR Cup Series field today. It wouldn't surprise me if he wins a race in 2024, but I think that he'll have some really good consistent speed, show a lot of improvement, and be able to make the playoffs for the first time since, 2020 or 2019, if I'm not mistaken. I think Eric Jones for sure makes the playoffs in 2024. So those are the 16 drivers I have making the postseason in 2024. Let's talk about drivers who I think will just miss in 2024. The first driver I have missing is probably the most obvious, Martin Truex Jr. Many of you are going to be questioning this pick considering Martin Truex Jr. had a really good year in 2023. And I won't disagree. He had a really good year in 2023. Here's the problem. The end of 2023. I believe Martin Truex Jr. did not score a single top 5 finish in the last 11 races of this season. I think he's the most likely to take out a driver like Eric Jones or Alex Bowman, and he could get in, but I think right now that Martin Truex Jr. just missed it because how the season ended in 2023. The second driver I have missed in the playoffs in 2024 is Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez, this is a make-or-break year for him. He may be out after 2024 despite having a multi-year contract with Trackhouse Racing. He needs to show a lot of improvement in 2024 and be a playoff threat contender. If he shows consistency, I think he's got a shot to keep the ride, but still, I think Daniel Suarez misses the playoffs because I just don't trust the 99 team going into this year. The third driver I have missed in the postseason is Josh Berry. I think Josh Berry will be good with Friday shows, and I think he'll be the best driver at SHR. But unfortunately, due to the fact that SHR has fallen off quite a bit recently, I think that affects Josh Berry, and he doesn't make the playoffs this season. The next driver I have missed in the postseason is Chase Briscoe. I think Chase Briscoe has a better year in 2024 than he did in 2023, but it won't be insanely better. I think he's going to be around top 20 most of the year in points, get some top 10s and maybe an occasional top 5, but I think Chase Briscoe has a little bit of a down year compared to 2022 and doesn't make the postseason. The next driver I'm missing is Michael McDowell. I think Michael McDowell had a really good year in 2023 and was definitely the breakout year. But Michael McDowell's missing in my opinion. I think front row is going to drop in performance just a little bit this year. I think it will win by at the end of the season, but that win will not get him into the playoffs in 2024. The next driver I'm missing is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had a career year in 2023. And I think that he'll be good, but I think that JTG is going to fall off just a little bit, but I think his numbers will be very similar to what he did in 2020, where I think he'll have a chance to finish in the top 20 in the standings. Next driver I'm missing is Zane Smith. I think Zane Smith is for sure going to be the best driver at Spire Motorsports with the Trackhouse connection, but even though I think Spire Motorsports is going to improve, I still think it's going to be a little bit of a down year for this team, and I just don't think Zane Smith will have enough to make it in 2024, despite the Trackhouse connection. Next driver I'm missing, Austin Cindric. Cindric's going to improve from 2023, but not much. I know the Ford Mustang Dark Horse body is going to help for sure. He's a pretty good road course racer, but struggled on road courses at times throughout 2023. I think Cindric will miss it, unfortunately, because of that in the 2024 season. Next driver I'm missing is John Hunter Nemechek. I think John Hunter Nemechek will have an okay year. It'll be better than his rookie year for sure in 2020, but John Hunter has kind of struggled with a few cup races he ran with 2311 and also Legacy last year in 2023. And I think with him working with Ben Bayshore, it could hurt a lot. So that's why I think John Hunter, unfortunately, misses the playoffs in 2024. Next driver missing is Ryan Preece. Look, Ryan Preece had a really good ending to 2023 compared to where the season started, and Ryan Preece is a pretty good driver. Unfortunately, like I've already mentioned with the other drivers, SHR has fallen off a lot, and I think that unfortunately is going to affect Ryan Preece this year, where I think he's not going to make it in 2024. Next driver I'll talk about is Corey LaJoie. Look, Corey LaJoie had a great year in 2023, and they, I think, have shown improvement Spire Motorsports has. Unfortunately, I just don't think Corey LaJoie makes it because Spire Motorsports is still going to be a little behind other organizations, but I think long-term, Corey has a chance, maybe at the super speedways. Next driver we'll talk about is Carson Hocevar missing it. I think Carson Hocevar is going to be the best driver that's been in that 77 car, 100%. However, the 77 car has completely struggled for many years. And I don't think Carson Hocevar is going to be able to fix the mojo of the 77 car. That's why I think he misses it. Next driver, I'm talking about Todd Gillen, who misses it. Look, Todd Gillen showed improvement through 2023, but only had one top 10 finish in the second half of the season. He's probably in a make-or-break year with front row. He's got to show a little bit of improvement this upcoming season, but I think Todd Gillen unfortunately misses it this year. Next driver is Justin Haley. Justin is going to Rick Ware Racing. He'll probably be the best driver forming that 51 car, but Rick Ware, despite the RFK Alliance, I think they're going to be down in performance compared to other organizations and teams. And while they've shown improvement, a lot of our teams have shown improvement too, and I just don't think that will lead to him having a chance in 2024. Next, let's talk about Noah Gragson missing it. Noah, I think, is just going to be happy to finish the whole season. I think Noah Gragson is going to be finishing around 35th points. Let's just be realistic. Had a struggled year with Legacy last season. Didn't even get to finish the season. And I just think that with how bad SHR has been, I think that will lead to Noah Gragson not having a great year in 2024. Next, Harrison Burton. Look, Harrison Burton's on the hot seat. This is his third year with Wood Brothers. Got to show improvement. I don't think any improvement's coming. And I think Harrison Burton will easily miss the playoffs this upcoming season. Next, let's talk about Austin Dillon. Look, I see some people are putting him as a borderline threat. I don't know what people are seeing. Look, Austin Dillon's a better driver. Keith Rotten's the problem. With Keith likely being the crew chief again in 2024, there's no way, in my opinion, that you're going to see Austin Dillon make the postseason. I just don't think he makes it with Keith Rotten being the crew chief. Not expecting it right now. And finally, Daniel Hemrick. Look, Daniel Hemrick's going to Kaulig. Not much better driver than Justin Haley, in my opinion. I know he's won a championship, but Justin Haley thinks a little bit of a better driver. I just don't see much improvement. They struggled near the end of the year. I know that they won at the Roval, but they've got one full-time guy in an all-star car. I don't think Daniel Hemrick makes the playoffs this year in 2024. So, those are my 2024 NASCAR Cup Series playoff predictions. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support on Patreon as well. Link description below that, and comment below your thoughts below on today's video. Who do you have making the playoffs in Cup in 2024? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe later today on the channel, if there's any major news that breaks, we'll talk about it. There might be a Haley Dinga video dropping later today as well. Tomorrow on the channel, there's going to be a NASCAR news video dropping on the channel covering news that I missed over the last couple days. There's also other content dropping this weekend as well. We're probably going to talk about drivers who need to step up their game in 2024 and talk about drivers who also could have a breakout year. I'm probably going to do a video talking about my favorite drivers going into the 2024 season and also talk about drivers who could also maybe step up as well in 2024. Got a lot of great content dropping on the channel that I can't wait for you guys to check out as we're getting really, really close to the start of the 2024 season. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.